I'm doing a rebroadcast of this title. I'm not going to show the other one because it glitched out a lot because I was walking and I was outside and I was kind of like taken. I wasn't yeah, I was surprised. I was trying to avoid my brother while talking about my brother, so you don't want to do that. Um, so I'm calling this trying to look on the bright side because I started that video kind of meandering a little bit, but I'm going to be on the point. Meaning, most humans, we've been trained to think about the negative things first versus what's actually happening. So I don't want to harp on the fact that my brother still needs help when I see so much progress already in him. And I want to continue to see the progress in that for him. And I know he needs therapy and he needs to learn how to control how the feelings, whatever feelings he does have in his body, affect his body. And I'm trying to work on finding that for him. Meanwhile, I'm starting to realize I definitely need more support, more people to talk to, like support groups. So, I had Nambi before, and this was like when he first came back in October, my brother, that is. I looked up their website. I went and found the local group that still had virtual groups, and I put it on my Google Calendar and like just set it and forget it, right? Um, but yeah, every time I tried to get on, it it would never happen, and I'm just like, well, what's happening? So I tried to email, and eventually other things happened over the weeks and months and things like that. And so today I went back to Nambi, even though I've been going back to that website often, and I think I am a member of that organization. Um, I went back and I looked back over the support groups again because if I was thinking this, if I couldn't find the local one, I'm just going to join somebody's if it's virtual. I'm just going to get on there and just be on there. And I went back and I saw that they had changed the date of when they have the meeting. So I've updated it and hopefully I will now start seeing more support groups for families. I've been trying to get my brother on support groups for him, but almost every time I set it up for him, he falls asleep. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. I mean, it's a step. We're getting there. But um I'm just again, I need some reassurance in a lot of ways. Um so last night I went to band practice and it was also full moon at the height last night. I was very concerned. I know a lot of people out there like, well, she's talking woo woo. It's like, no, it's a thing. And I look back at all the times that my brother had really, really bad episodes and things like that. They always fell on the full moon, y'all. So I'm not trying to be, um, I'm just trying to cover all my bases as much as I can. So I did all the things I could do to help him in the last few days. And I was worried about last night. It seemed like he went to sleep kind of okay. I know he got up sometime in the middle of the night. Um, he he got rid of his posters that I made for him. Um, Last week he took them down. He had a slight episode, it seemed like, and he just pulled them down off the wall and put them on the floor. And the next day, usually what I'm assuming is that he doesn't remember what he did, or if he remembers. So I put them back up the next day. And as I was doing just a walkthrough right before I left the apartment this morning, I was thinking, okay, he's doing okay. He seems a little tired this morning. Maybe he got up or something. I try to now wear headphones while I sleep because that wakes me up when he's up, kind of thing. And the only reason why I'm over there is so I can sleep in, because otherwise I'll have to get up and drive over there in a rental car and all this other stuff. But um So yeah, so he got rid of the posters that I got for him, that I had made for him. Oh, bless you. I guess I can put up a Venmo or a Cash App. I need to start doing that. Um so yeah, he started putting his shoes together. He's starting to get more organized now. It's less like fractured thinking and things like that. So to the one person out there saying donation, I definitely need to start putting up my Venmo for that. Cuz even though um yeah, like I was saying this morning, even though I'm not going to put it public anymore, um, sometimes it's the incurring of the cost of things, and he doesn't understand the value of money. Like he will throw away, literally he has thrown away money into the garbage when he had like an episode, and the next day, luckily he remembered and he went back into the garbage can and got his money out. So he'll do things like that. So he's throwing his glasses away. No, sorry, Magneticus. Um, Before he used to just throw all of his clothes, everything, clothes, shoes, everything, all in a pile. He's starting to get more organized now. He's actually like purposely putting things in places that make sense now. And even his shoes. Like he has lots of shoes. He likes shoes apparently. But even his shoes, yesterday I noticed, I was like, wow, even though they were here and there or whatever, they were together. Yeah, he's pairing them together. Before he wasn't doing that. It's like wherever they fall, wherever they land. And it's getting a little better around those things. He's doing less writing. A lot of the things, that the reason why I know a lot of the things is because he'll write it down because he can't remember what what he's doing. Sometimes it's what I call automatic writing now. Let's just say that when he's in that like state and he's writing things that are nonsense. And well, see, that's the thing. I'm his companion and he doesn't like being around people. The best thing I can do is where he is right now. Yeah, I noticed patterns too as a teacher. So that's something I was like, oh, okay, that's interesting. And I almost this morning did not even notice that he'd taken everything off the wall, like his two posters that I had made for him. I take photographs of him and things like that and put on the wall because sometimes he'll forget who he is, and this is no joke. He took them all down and threw them away, not even in the garbage can in our apartment. So that's how I know that he left the apartment last night. And I can't really say anything to that because again, that'll upset him, and he knows he can't handle his emotions. And that's what I mean by therapy. Like right now, he really can't handle his emotions. Medically, right now, they're calmed down, but processing them, he's again, this is where he's 20 years behind a lot of people, 20, almost 30 years behind. He's still living in the 90s. And even that, even if he was like, no, he doesn't want a cat. um even the realization that he is, logically knowing this is 2025, that could be a shock in itself too. That produces feelings. And that's where again he needs a therapist to help him through this. Um, and the issue with getting a therapist, even when he's asking for it, which he is getting over the feeling of anxiousness, panic. And I asked him the other day, how does it feel? He said it feels like 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 this growing in his abdomen, like in his bladder. And that's when I knew. I was like, yeah, he's having panic and he doesn't know how to handle it. And even me as his sister, I have to be mindful about what I say to him because I don't want him to grow resentment towards me. That's why, again, he needs therapy. And that's why I've had to kind of, I've not cut my parents off from him. I've had to tell my mom a few times, it's like, you can't talk to him any kind of way. Like, you can't assume that he is going to snap out of anything. Like, whatever it is you tell him, he'll take that to like the negative realm and just run with that. And my kindest way of saying to her, to at least my mom, is that I don't think you can talk to him, because if you don't know how to talk to him, you can't talk to him. And maybe the best I can do for her is have a video chat and let her see a picture of him, but she doesn't know how to talk to him because she speaks negatively about herself, and I've said this before. Um and I did talk to my dad the other day. I really miss him because I can't travel. Not really, not until I get the care team going. Um, and I'm going to call this one lady, hopefully today, um, about afternoon, coming in and checking on my brother in the afternoons. Because yesterday, I seem like I'm all over the place because maybe I do need a therapist. Yesterday afternoon, around dinner time when he could have been upstairs, he was kind of wandering in the parking lot. And I said, "Hey, what's going on?" And he kind of looked at me, kind of dazed, and I could tell something was up. I was like, "Wait, are you hungry?" And he was like, shook his head. It's like, "Are you thirsty?" And that's when I realized, yeah, he was thirsty. He can't even take care of himself physically to be aware that he is thirsty, you know? And we're caught in this middle ground where I'm trying to get help from the county, from, whatever sort, like, resources are out there, and there's waiting list. I've called, like I said, and I had to leave a message and they'll call me back. I'm like, there's a crisis in the crisis. This is wild. There's a crisis in the crisis. And unless you've got all kinds of money and resources, you can't get help for your loved one. And I'm, and I know in the end I can only control me. I know. See, that's the thing. And even when I tried to get him down to where our family is, in that emergency state, like right now, we're actually kind of okay, even though I'm feeling some kind of way right now. Um, Even when I got him over here to Georgia, I was thinking temporarily until I can get him back to where our family lives. And I called those resources there, and they were like, "There's a waiting list of like a month or two." And I'm like, I can't do anything with that. So he might as well be here with me, and he might as well, like, at least I can try to be the caseworker, even though I'm trying to get a caseworker, um, and find the resources for him. And we've tried video therapy, and every time, because of his condition, they say that he needs to see somebody face to face, and I can't get him into an office because of his panic. So I don't know. I don't know. I wish there were therapists that would come to like people's homes. I wish I could find somebody who, and the other loophole that I'm thinking of is family therapy. Well, I mean, I'm getting some people when I'm traveling, I'm traveling for work in the next few weeks, and it's going to be for an extended amount of time. And I have to also just understand, like, there's legal things that I can't do, even though I've tried. There are things that I just kind of have to hope for the best. It's like leaving a it's like leaving a 9-year-old child alone who thinks they're an adult, even though he is an adult. And yeah, he's due his shot. Yeah, as of yesterday, but we're gonna go today to see my friend. She's a nurse, and that's another thing. Luckily, I have the medication. He doesn't want me to give him the shot, even though I can learn to do it. Um, I would have to find somebody if my friend can't go. Like, 'cause sometimes she travels. I have to find somebody else, and that's the other person who I'm gonna reach out to today. She is also a nurse, and I can just hire her to, come watch him every once in a while. Maybe come give him a shot once a month, that kind of thing. And sometimes you just got to figure out how to make things work. And yeah, so today, I was just trying to update maybe the loophole of family therapy and seeing if that could be something we can do virtually. Because a lot of the therapists I've had them try to get them on at least 4 or 5 times on a camera, and each time either some where he is a low talker, he'll panic and not talk at all, uh, or he'll start speaking gibberish because he's upset, and they can't talk to him. And now even with like physical going like things, I have to be in the office with him, going to the doctor with him because he won't talk at first. Once he gets over a little bit of the anxiety, then he'll start talking. But the very last time, um, I did get him to say that he lives in Georgia. Like before, he would blink out and not know his name, not know his date of birth, not know where he is. I know this gets serious, y'all. Like, I don't know. What I'll do, I do have a Cash App and I do have Venmo. And I've been pulling up like support groups and stuff that I find virtually for him. There is one website that I do recommend that if anybody out there needs mental health services, as in a support group to talk to, go to We Connect. That's what I've been using for him so far, and I've liked it so far. There was another one, Hey Peers. It's a little more difficult to get into because you have to get like you can't just pop in, and that's the thing. It's like I understand that they're trying to protect people and things like that. It's like Hey Peers makes it where you got to do an invite, and then you got to be there, and then you got to be invited in, and then I guess they lock the session. We Connect is just open, and I would recommend uh, We Connect, and it's daily. It's several times a day as well. Hey Peers is not. So I try to pull him up anytime I was close to time for one of them for him. Again, he tends to fall asleep, but at least he can, fall asleep hearing people share that kind of thing. And maybe one day he will as well. And maybe one day it'll help him build confidence to really be in therapy. But yeah, my next steps next week is to try to find family therapy virtually because I can't get him into an office without him flipping out and kind of just, So, yeah, that's where we are. I am looking on the bright side because there is lots of growth in him, a lot of progress. Okay, and I just don't want. I think what is upsetting me is the fact that he tore down his posters that I got him, um, that I thought would really help him, but he had an episode last night apparently. Because I remember, like, that's another thing. I go through the apartment and I go through and I look and see what is still there. because he can't, and that's what I mean by he can't handle his emotions. If he's upset, he will throw things away. Literally, he's throwing his glasses away. Luckily, I still have them. He doesn't know that because I went through the garbage can and got them back out. He'll throw food away. He'll throw, like, he'll just throw things away. And that's why I'm also afraid of getting him a new cell phone. I'm afraid of getting him a house phone because he'll try to rip it out of the wall and throw it away. And that's waste of money, you know? And even if he had a phone, when he did have a phone, he barely answered the phone. So yeah, so that's where we are. And I'm not sure what time it is exactly right now, but I probably do need to go ahead and start making some calls and um, call this one nurse and see. Hopefully, we can make an arrangement or something. And yeah, the cost of this is starting to build up. In that it's like me living by myself, and I live frugally. I live as a teacher on a teacher salary. It's like it's hard trying to help somebody who literally throws money away, who literally throws money away. Okay. Oh, so that must mean it's 11:30 here because I'm on Eastern Standard Time. Okay, thank you. But I probably do need to make sure he gets lunch before we go, because we'll have to go outside of Atlanta to go to my friend's house. I keep saying our, but my friend's house. She's a nurse, and she can give him the shot, and he's comfortable with her. But yeah, so those are the groups I would recommend. I did go back to Nambi. I updated my Google Calendar. I'm going to see if I can slide into a support group this afternoon through Nambi. I'm sorry, NAMBI, Nambi. And that's the Organization for Mental Health. Um, oh, honey, I'm all the things. Okay, I'm not ruling anything out. All the things, but he definitely needs support more than just me because he's leaning on me to help him. But I also don't want him to wait until it's too late to ask for help. That's the thing. It's like he waited until, like, back in Birmingham, he waited until it was too late to ask for help. And even when, and I'm going to leave y'all with this, and I hate to leave it like such stark and graphic. When he called me in the middle of the night, I live here in Atlanta. He lives in Birmingham at the time. When he went missing and when he got lost in Birmingham and he went missing for 2 weeks, and he called me in the middle of the night after, I guess, maybe the first week, he called me. It was my time, 1:30 in the morning. It was 12:30 in the morning when he called me asking me to come get him. I couldn't get him. I tried to give him the number to his caregivers. He had the number. I even called them, and he again flipped out. When I mean flipped out, mean like he closes down. He freezes up or he'll run away. When he finally called me a second time on video phone and he figured out how to do it, I had to spend the night watching him sleep on the ground. You heard me right. I had to spend the night, and I couldn't even cry because he can see me, so I can see him sleeping on the ground so that he could be safe that night. Yeah. So I'm trying to get him help so he can never find himself in that low of a point ever again. That's what I'm trying to do at this point because he's kind of stable. Okay, even though he tore down his pictures out of his room today, last night, he's still kind of stable. So I'm trying to prevent or trying to help build up skills for him so that he doesn't get to that point anymore. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for your support. I really do appreciate it. I really do. I really do. Yeah, just today caught me off guard this morning. Like I said, I was kind of okay until I saw that what he did is that he threw some stuff again, threw things away again because he had an episode, a mini one, I guess. All right. Take care out there.